plus me being in Pennsylvania for a month, is I've got to make my setup. Oh, 1 second. Oh, damn. Ooh, there's Dookie in that. But the one thing, sorry, that's Sawyer you're hearing in the background, is I really do like it here, but a lot of my medical stuff is back in California. Fuck, I spoiled where I lived. But, however, this has been a fun thing. I'm going to be here for the rest of the month. Why am I alive? I don't know. However, it has been quite nice just to be away from the world. I'm on a farm, very somewhat secluded, acres. Really nice. I have been, yeah, it's been nice. Ashley, the owner, comes home tonight. So we'll see how her flight was and anything, anyways. But yeah, no, I'm just trying to make this the new normal, and I really do like it here. But it does kind of throw a wrench in the ideas of moving to Idaho instead of moving to here. However, that's life. But I got a shit. Anyway. No, never mind, never mind. But yeah, no, I've been learning how to go get stuff at the grocery store on my own. It's cream soda, don't worry, it's not a beer. Yippee. But no, I have like my own little watchmaker setup here. So that makes me a little bit happy, resting on my stainless steel screwdrivers, the really bad ones. I have the boob ball. I have been working on some projects. My most recent is a grandfather clock that I need a certain Mobius 2030 or something like that, 1080 or some shit. What are you doing, monkey? Why are you licking the pillow? Anyway, well, I've been talking for 2 minutes and ain't nobody has shown up yet, even though my notification went out a minute ago. But I do have a couple project watches, one that's semi sort of complete, and one that's not. So one that's semi sorta can go away. I'm just waiting on the battery for this. So we went to Walmart expecting to find the battery for it. Get on. And well, they pointed us to the jewelry section where they were selling Invictus. And they said there'll be somebody there with a battery. Now, you know me, I hate battery watches. But I'm doing people a favor. And so we waited there for like 5 to 10 minutes and we were like, oh, fuck this, we're not going to do it. So then we went to the front while I'm checking out, getting the Sawyer some toys, and we looked again for batteries. We asked the dude at the register right over there. And then he proceeded to go on his phone for like 4 minutes and say, over there, just being a dick. So we couldn't find the battery, so we had to order it off of Amazione. Hey, don't lick your peen, you weirdo. Sawyer, my dog. So everybody basically got hired just 2 minutes before we got there, and it was just full stupidity. So the whole point of the story is we didn't get shit, but Sawyer got toys. So that's one of the projects for this watch, and oh titties. Oh titties. I'm gonna touch myself if I actually lost it. Shit. I know you guys don't want to see me touch myself on a what? On live camera. Oh shit, in my mouth. I have no idea where it went. I do know where it went. It didn't. It's behind the cream soda. No, it's not. Shit. You know what's funny is I have my own little setup here now, and it's quite a nice setup actually. I have been making. Sorry, I have to move y'all. Some area for. Oh minute, I think I dropped the bitch. I have a watchmaking space. I might start twerking here in a minute if I can't find it. But no, I made some new space, a little watchmaking setup. However, to fulfill the needs of me, another what? That was Sawyer, by the way. Toothpicks are for other things, for like clock and stuff repair. Now, I don't do a lot of clock repair. I do a lot of duty. I'm so cool. I hate my life. A lot of watch repairs. So, yo, what's up? Wow, Ibrahim and Ilfar. Uh huh. Am I? I'm doing great. I'm really doing good. I decided to fly across the country just to drop a pin and not find it. I mean, find it. That means somebody's in the driveway, by the way. You'd think for a farm it wouldn't be too high tech, but holy shit, the tech is high. That'd be Mike. What is it screaming about? What's channel one? I was explaining it as like a doorbell, but it's for the driveway. It's weird. You know, it's funny. Is that fucking bracelet thing was here? I don't know where I put it. However, what is my most used watch? My most used watch, wow, as of lately, is my Rolex. Sorry, I have to stop the chronograph. I was just testing out the chronograph. Um, the Rolex Daytona ceramic, the reboot. So that's my most used on the farm. But right now I'm wearing the white gold GMT on a white gold Jubilee. So the story behind this, a lot of people give me shit for it. Is I got it and the white golds only come on the oyster bracelet. That's this kind of bracelet. So I spent arm and leg and good section of my testicle to have a white gold Jubilee bracelet made. And they did it. And it wasn't from Rolex. The only thing that's not white gold is the clasp here. This is a stainless steel clasp, but everything else is white gold. I wanted to kind of leave it as stainless steel clasp just in case I need to do a quick change with another one just because of no reasons. I don't know. I just made that up. But yeah, no, that was quite a nightmare. That's my second most used. I've worn this. This one's just for the plane on the way here. Yeah. Cool shite. This is a bag. Children put these on their heads and try to breathe, and then it doesn't work. It's really sad. Kids should do that more often. No one listen to me. I'm a terrible human. However, I'm going to continue the hunt for the piece. I don't know where it lost, huh? See, like I'm running off of Red Bull farting and cocaine. Not cocaine. I don't do cocaine. But yeah, it's just a little setup. I got the screwdrivers, the boob ball that I open case backs with, hand removal tools, because I'll be here for a month. My old setup's back in California. So I got to deal with what I got. You know, I've got a certain little bit of money I decided to bring with me. Hopefully, last me the rest of this month. What's in here? Batteries. This would be a good spot for the super glue. Too. This is where Sawyer's paperwork is. Put the tape here as well. And then any and every single receipt that I have from purchasing stuff to learn how to budget. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing for the last couple days. Kind of bummed that I don't have all of my tools here, but I do have a nice mat. I have room. I have some stuff that I can order on eBay or Amazon or straight from Bergeon. Tools I'm talking about, by the way. This shit's good. I'm just trying these and I really like it. So, super good. Super good. Oh, I found it. Fuck me. It's right here. But yeah, no, I've just got a couple watches to work on. They're all battery. but if it makes the client slash owner of this very nice household content, it makes me happy. So the least I could do for them is fix their watches slash clocks. For example, I recently have grown titties. No, what's yeah, okay. But no, like I really enjoy doing this, regardless of getting paid or not. Let's put this back together. Okay, cool. But yeah, no, this is one that I'm waiting for a battery on. It's just a Dakota. That's the owner's timepiece. The bezel on it's really nice when it wants to be. What happened? The bezel liked to work. The bezel is a hit or miss. Weird. Bezel's kind of funny today. That's a common thing with bezels. Is some days they'll be your best friend, and other days they will not. Now, the whole point of a bezel on a watch, any dive watch, is to kind of tell you how much air you have left in your tank or when you went down, which really is just for the air in your tank that's remaining. This fucking bezel. I thought about to say this one was like really nice. The other one of his is very nice too, which I fixed. So the battery for this one comes tomorrow. But anyways, the bezel is to tell you how much air you have left. Unlike on the GMT, this one tells you time zones. So right now I'm tracking the at-home time zone and the where I'm at time zone. And this one could be a trietary time zone. So if I want to know like how many farts, what am I saying? I need help. But yeah, just a little setup, just a couple of tools. I'll probably have more shipped here eventually, depending on what I have left for the week. But yeah, another cool endeavor of mine is a grandfather clock that I have right to the side of me. I don't know where Sawyer is as long as he's not getting bossed around by fucking Ninja, who's kind of mean, but sorry, off camera for a little bit. I want to. But yeah, no, grandfather clocks are quite interesting because I have this one to repair. Now, it's super easy, it's very mechanical, and it's very satisfying. So it'll chime once every half hour to tell you that it is 30 minutes past, and it will chime, however many times the hour it is. So, for example, when it's really neat on the teeth, for the chime mechanism is pretty neat. So it'll have the amount of little pip divots on the wheels per hour. So like just to tell 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, or 4 o'clock, or ride my cock. Anyways, you know how it goes. And it'll do that many times. But the tricky thing is, obviously, with many keys, as if you don't know, this controls the winding, the time setting, and then So there's two mainsprings when it comes to grandfather clocks. This is common in watches too. There is one for the main mainspring that will allow the time to go by, but there's also another one for the mainspring for the the chime. Now with the chime, it's one way, and then the other. It's interesting how it works. I discovered this recently, but it's something new and does something cool. So on this time, we have a couple more minutes before it reaches. So what I mean by the keys control everything. This will control the alarm. Alarm. I keep saying alarm. And this one just winds the time. But also, if you need to change the time, you can insert it there. But it's quite cool, the whole mechanism. Now, the issue with it, there was a couple screws loose in it, literally. I can't take the dial off. I took the dial off. It was kind of falling apart. But it's very nice, very satisfying to look at, and very satisfying to work on. But it is a good friend of mine's. So I need to get some oil lubricant for the wheels inside and such. But it's very nice to listen to. That's a grandfather clock for you. I honestly have never worked on one of these. I have no idea how old it is. But the chime for it is back there with the little gong. And I'm hoping it loses a lot of momentum because the wheels are kind of grimy. But it'll do this for a couple minutes at a time. And what I do is I really want to have you guys see what it's like when it hits the half hour, because it won't really stay on. That's why it's not at the right time. That's what I'm trying to get it to work on. It just loses momentum. It's weird. It's basically like a metronome. So yeah, no, this is completely different from what I usually use. I'll usually throw on some Rolex or something, but today we're doing grandfather clocks. This one's actually working pretty well today. But you can see how it's losing the momentum. So after that, I kind of have to switch it. I wish I took the dial off. So see how it loses momentum. So you kind of have to start it up again. That's what I'm working on. Oh, that click means that it's ready to almost start the chime. But you're looking under here for the chime. Which means I have to reset the fucking hands. Because I'm an idiot. Now, I've seen the naked mechanism for this. And this is only going to chime once. What the hell are they doing? Sorry, friends are texting me. It's got its own agenda when it wants to tell the time. But it's super neat. Now that I've cleaned out all the wheels, and I really do want to get this on camera. But that's in a old ass. It's fully mechanical, as you can see down there. But what's neat, it's hard to see it. Once this hits 5:30, you'll hear the chime. Believe it or not, I actually charged my phone last night, so that's pretty rare. The chime, or the hammer, I'm gonna close this because it can get pretty loud with it open. But once it gets to that right time, after I've serviced all of it, fuck. I want you to see how that chime works. waiting for it to hit 30 after, or a little past that, because it's already wound up to the point where it's ready to go. I haven't actually done this far, but you can see up close that it is passing time. Sally, I love you, but give me a minute. And we're looking at the gong right back there. Yeah, Mrs. Sally. Sally is just having all the fun out there. But what's nice is this didn't work at all until I got it to unwind, and yeah. There it goes. That's what happens every 30 minutes. So there's that. And then when it hits the hour, it'll go 6 times. But yeah, that's how that works. Anyway. Oh. Anyway. I think I'm going to end it here. Actually, I don't really have anything to do since I've kind of done it all already. IBC cream soda. Interplanetary butthole cock. Or clock or whatever. Interplanetary butt clock. Cream soda. Ready for repackaging. No. But yeah. See what time it is. It's almost that time. But yeah, no, it's quite nice to be out here and be able to just work on my shit whenever I want to. It's not the most elaborate setup. I don't have my stuff and things to. What am I doing? I have a case back tool right here. Get all the servicing needs, but like I said, I really don't want to ask too much of everybody here. Because of that one. I'm actually very impressed on how well this has been working when it comes to the chronograph, because I replaced the driver pinion and the hour wheel. We'll see it. Mainly because I serviced it, oiled it earlier today, so we can see how all of that works. It is very, very nice. So I'll show you how all that works close up. So this is a ETA 7750. This is the action. This is the reset. So you're going to want to watch the action start up on it. And then you're going to look here. That's your chronograph seconds wheel. And this is your chronograph minute wheel. And your chronograph hour wheel is somewhere over there. Or seconds, hours, something. Oh yeah, no, your hours are attached to your hour. It's weird how it works. But I did get it to function properly. My favorite part is the oscillating fucking focus. The oscillating pinion, which is that guy. That little guy. So, but then you stop it. and you can reset it. So that's what happens when you know what you're doing. But yeah, no, I've done a lot of. What the fuck was that? Oh, it was case back. I've done a lot of services on this timepiece, so it's been through a couple battles. Well, that's the nice thing about being a watchmaker, I guess. I kind of wish I brought the brass ones. Only because I like the brass ones a little better. They're a little nicer screwdrivers, I mean. Emma, I am doing good. It's been a minute. What's up, Hooked? I remember all ya. It's good to see you guys. Like I said, I'll be more into YouTube again soon. I'm gonna be in this area for a month, so that makes me kind of happy. I do have a little bit of a watch setup. It's good to see some familiar faces or names. So I won't be able to do any full disassemblies just yet. That's the only downside of this. But I got to figure out how to clean this guy, my Daytona. Oh, that's upside down because I'm special. Special with the ding-a-ling. That made no more sense than it did to shut my dick in a blender. So, but yeah, no, I brought all the funsies. I brought the GMT, the Daytona, and the Snoopy, as well as the Valois and Martin, which I do. Even though it's like $400, I love it to death. It is my favorite watch to work on, to own, to look at, to play with. I just like looking at the complexity behind the movement and that balance wheel. I don't know what it is. I just love the balance wheel and like the windy worky bit. Because I've worked quite countless times on this. You know? A lot of times on it. There it goes. It's quite interesting. Like the case back off my Daytona, which you probably haven't seen. Oh, I'm never going to quit. I'm not going to quit Hooked. I won't do that. I'll show you what the movement looks like on the Daytona because I haven't done that yet. Since everyone's like, oh, it's a fake move, a fake watch. It's not fake. It's very much real. So here we have the exposed movement. Now, my front camera doesn't do too great when it comes to authenticating my watches from a distance, especially on the front camera. I think I just said that. Oh, shit. There we go. So, as you can tell, it is all legit. It is a real movement. So, it's not a copy, fake, or anything. It is a real Daytona. So now y'all can stop crying and whining about it. For real, it's annoying. And it's a daily watch too, so it's very nice. It may need a service here coming up soon. It is a killer. This sports a 4131 movement. 4131, the updated movement. It's really hard to see, but it has everything there is to need. You'll need to know. Oh, God, it's gross, though. So that happens when you wear it for a couple years. It just gets all that gunk built up. Gross. Gosh, it's gross. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do with the resources you got. But it's very nice. Very nice. Very. Oh, titties. Real movement. The one thing I love about Rolex is just not necessarily the commonality behind it, but just the presence it has. So, but now you've seen the inside of the Daytona to prove that it is a legitimate Daytona. I'll show you on the GMT as well. Gosh, it is legitimate. It's pretty scratched up in the back because I wear it all the time and I do open the case back quite a bit. So, but that's the Daytona for you. I don't feel like it's necessary to have to prove to you guys that. But shite. Oh fuck me. Well, shit. This is the fear I always have. See what happened? Nothing. Whatever that was. Coolio. Yes. Yeah, no, today, according to my schedule, is a lazy day. But yeah, no, I can show you the watches I have here. There we go. Starting off with the Valois and Martin chronograph, a classic on the channel. We have my, as I showed you earlier. This thing's really dirty. I think I'm gonna go get it cleaned professionally, not interior, not inside. As I showed you the authenticity on my beautiful Daytona. Can't really get a good. There it is. It's gonna be reversed because it's a selfie cam. The light gold GMT and the Omega Snoopy. Really great timepiece. Good watch. It is the greatest watch out there. Obama's gay. Obama's always been gay. My cock hurts. I'm gonna come. But yeah, just 4 watches. 4 watches and a lifetime of regret. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I'm feeling a lot better, sounding a lot better, looking a lot better. We have quite a few animals here. Got, let's see, Duke, Vegas, Duke, Rags, Bandit, Vegas, Jackson. 5, I guess. 5 horses. Let me try that. Rags, Duke, Bandit, Vegas, Jackson. So that's 5 horses. We have 1 peacock, a couple of ducks, 2 turkeys, a couple of pheasants, 40 chickens, 2 llamas, 2 donkeys. What else? 1 dog, 3 cats. Let's see here. An emu. I'm not kidding about the emu. There's an emu. But yeah. So this has been quite a long stream. So anyways, I'm going to leave it here at that, and I will see you tomorrow probably.